It's me again. We're back in the basement, uncovering some more history from hip hop or Cultural Odyssey. Right now, we're talking about the social change, everything that's happening in hip hop. We saw that change happening. Now, let's jump in to see what's going on and where we look. This book, again, is a great book. Talks about those early years. But one thing we want to get into now is let's talk a little bit about the graffiti. Now, Wild Style is definitely a great movie. You want to check that out. It has some great graffiti styles in there. Some of the pioneers. We want to shout out some of those pioneers here. Let's talk about these: Mike Murdoch, Caracosco, Ralph Casanova, Too Short, Kid Capri. Those are some of the early pioneers. Kid Capri, he said, I didn't really break too much. I mean, I know a couple of moves. I used to do the electric boogie. I knew all the main dancers. Loose Bruce, Little Norman, my man Money Mark. He was one of the hottest out there. And being a young kid, I auditioned for Beat Street. But we all know the history. Kid Capri became a famous DJ. So he may not have known all the breaking moves, but he definitely knew what was going on here. But again, Wild Style. Right here, you got Mural, that's Zephyr. And Revolt and Sharp did that mural. That's a famous mural in hip hop. But again, the MC. Now, earlier we talked about the DJs. We covered a little bit about that. We're kind of going back and forth. What's what? What is the what? Who controls the crowd? The MC means move the crowd. That's right. The MC. And here we got right here Grandmaster Caz right there, moving the crowd. It said, consider the MC as one of the representatives of the artistic quadrangle that makes up the four pillars of hip hop. He or she, of course, is in the inevitable position of being the only practitioner to have emerged from the rear. Because remember, the DJ was playing the front. He was bringing everybody out, the parties, the jams out there in the park. And the MC was just in the back hyping the crowd up. But now the MC is starting to take center stage. Graffiti writers had a part of this too. And we talked a little bit about talking about graffiti. Graffiti writers and those who made it a point to emerge from the shadows of the train yards and out into the bright lights of the neighborhood parks designed the flyers that attracted all those comers to the party. And let's see if we can take a look at some of these. Get some of that graffiti. Here goes some of the flyers that was created. You can see some of that graffiti style right here coming up. So graffiti artists say, hey, we're going to come out the shadows. We're going to get on board with some of this hip hop, make some of these flyers. You always seen a good flyer at a party. Yeah, and these pictures, I'm telling you, just going through here, looking at some of these. And of course, the break dancing B-boys. You got that, pull out all that cardboard, lay it on the ground. Smooth. They were spinning, doing it all. Now, me, again, I wasn't a big break dancer. I've always been a student of hip hop, lyrically enjoying that, the music. But my brother, he was a great break dancer. He could do the windmill. Shout out to Big Mo Maurice out there. He used to break it down. But let's wrap up. Again, we're talking about those times now. The DJ has emerged. The MC is coming from the back, moving to the front, moving the crowd. And the B-boys and the graffiti is starting to all show up across hip hop. So starting to lay those foundations of those elements that you see, that quadrangle. So let's wrap it up. We're going to finish up. Let's talk a little bit about the B-boys and some of the things that they're all about. Because when it came to B-boying, you had to have the moves. And we'll end with some pictures here. Look at that. Got some pop locking going on. You can already see the move this guy's about to make. Look at the freeze shots. So look, while B-boying eventually became the most celebrated of hip-hop dance genres, all of them were steeped in dance floor face-offs, the battles on the dance floor. So stick with us. We're gonna keep going through this history of hip hop, a culture odyssey. Uh, my favorite book, and pick yours up. So if you'd like to know how to pick it up, check out the link below. Hey, take it easy.